Good morning.
Welcome to the Man Cave, where we give our opinion on just about everything. We got a banger here today, man. We want to, as you guys can see, I am Han Solo today. My other Man Cave brothers all had emergencies and little things that they had to take care of, so it's just me battling our guest today, and it's gonna be a battle. I got my aspirin here because I'm definitely gonna need it. Got my aspirin
You better have two of them.
because
You'll get a headache.
this brother, man, y'all will see. I want to welcome to the show a brother who I constantly get into little conflicts with, and but it's fun because I get to see where he coming from. He get to see where I'm coming from, and the good thing is you can talk about some things with this brother, and you never lose his friendship. I mean, he'll clear a room when people see him coming, but he's still a good guy, man. It's good. I want to welcome brother Danny S to the Man Cave.
Hoop, hoop,
Welcome,
hoop. All
Danny.
right, all right. Thank you, man. I really appreciate the invitation.
No problem. So when I asked you to be on the show, you were asking me a couple of questions like how we do this, the logistics and all that stuff. And I thank you for coming on the show. My whole main thing is I'm trying to find some common ground with you. Normally, I'm punching at you, you punching at me. What's the common ground that we can find? But then when we find the common ground, we can see how we divide it. I want to see why you think the way you think, and you can see the way I think. So, all right. So, Danny, it's 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 uh, it's a good thing that you're here because men should be able to talk to each other, not at each other. And then once we find out what the heck ever you talking about, we can probably take it away as an understanding. So, I want to say hello to my mom, Kim Bombada, on the line. My sister,
All right, all right.
Maddie. Hey, Kim says hello to you, Danny.
Tell Kim I said hello.
She can hear you. And
Hey, Kim.
and Miss Howard. Miss Howard is here. What's up, Miss Howard?
Hey,
So,
Miss
Danny,
Howard, how you doing?
first question I got for you, sir. The
Uh-huh.
first question I got for you is an important one. That question is, and you know what? I'm gonna ask you this question in a video form, sir. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Let me load this thing up real quick, and I want you to answer this question. Here's my question for you, sir. Oh, I'm just waiting on it to load. Trust this man, a man from a racist heritage and known for racism, once again wants your support. In 1973, Trump was sued by his future political opponent Hillary Clinton for not renting apartments to black people. Testimony showed that applications filed by black people were marked with a C for colored. The lawsuit ended with a settlement where Trump admitted that they failed and neglected to comply with the Fair Housing Act. In 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for New York State to reinstate its death penalty against 5 black youth falsely accused of raping a white woman in Central Park. The young men spent several years in prison and was later exonerated, but Trump still maintained his position about having them executed. After being elected, he complained to lawmakers about immigration protection, to which he said,
"Why do we want these people from, quote, all these shithole countries here?" According to a Democratic aide familiar with the conversation, Mr. Trump was referring to African nations and Haiti.
And when asked about police violence against unarmed black people,
Let's talk about George Floyd. You said George Floyd's death was a terrible thing.
Terrible.
Why are African Americans still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country?
And so are white people. So are white people. What a terrible question to ask. So are white people. More white people, by the way. More white people.
and who can forget the COVID fiasco?
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
I just wanted it to be the Twilight Zone and all go away. It was so off topic, so sensational. I didn't know what to do.
Did it ever cross your mind to stand up and say, let me clarify that?
That would have been the logical and important thing to do. I was paralyzed in that moment because it was so unexpected. I just want to be clear. I am saying exactly the opposite of what the president is saying.
Clarify your comments about injections of disinfectant. They're quite
No, I was asking a question sarcastically to reporters like you, just to see what would happen.
Why would anyone of color support a man who would lie at such a serious time? Why would anyone of color support a felon running for president? And why would anyone of color support anyone who appealed to black people like this?
What do you have to lose by trying something new like Trump? What do you have to lose? I say it again, what do you have to lose? Look, what do you have to lose? You're living in poverty, your schools are no good, you have no jobs, 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose?
And no matter how much we say about Trump, nobody knows him more than his family.
First of all, he just is fundamentally a racist. He thinks he's better than the other. You know, he grew up in a racist family with a racist father.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that Fred Trump, his father, was arrested in 1927 at a Klan meeting in Queens, New York. And despite all the lies, despite all the immorality, despite all the racism, he still maintains this.
I say the fact is that I've done more for the black community than any president since Abraham Lincoln. I say it, nobody can dispute it. Nobody can dispute it, it's true.
The list goes on and on. My first question to our guest today is the same question that was posed to Trump at the NABJ conference in Chicago.
I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you?
Why should we trust Donald Trump? Go.
Wow. You put on a clip, man, that just basically destroyed the character of a man in such a way that was really unfair. And this is what I mean by unfair. The first thing you brought on there, and with this clip as you put them together, was about the apartment, the housing situation with his father. Now, you know that his father was part of a white supremacist act.
What?
So,
the White Supremacist Act?
White Supremacist Act, meaning that, in other words, you can't have white supremacy if I don't have you. In other words, I need you. I need you to be inferior. As long as I continue to keep you inferior, I'll stay superior over you.
What?
So with that, what did you say?
No,
You said
I'm
what?
sorry. Keep going. I'm trying to.
So in other words, what I'm trying to tell you is this is the way it was then with his father. That has nothing to do with his views of who he is today.
Really?
Yeah, really. So
Really?
this was a hold on. This was an act that was passed in what, 67?
The housing act.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fair Housing
67.
Act. Right?
Yep.
In 67. It passed in
67.
67.
Yeah.
So the Fair Housing Act, and you put up a date of what?
1973.
71? 73?
73.
That's what, 5-6 years?
Yes.
Okay, so now let me ask you this. When Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, you got a particular date that happened when? Juneteenth of what year?
Juneteenth was 1865, but the Emancipation
What year?
Proclamation was 1863.
1863, right?
Yes.
So when did you get the message?
Me personally, or black people in general?
Black people in general. Of course,
They got it. They got some of them left in 63, some of them left in 64, but everybody was gone by 65. What is the point?
The point is, when a law is passed, it's passed on the books, and it takes the public a little time to catch up with laws to make it implemented. But however, Miss Hillary Clinton, like you said, had forced them to do that. And he did what? He paid back. He paid those people who he, like the article said, when she brought him to court, he paid back that money that he owed those people for violating that particular act. Now,
wait a minute. Wait. Let's see. You're doing the Trump. You're throwing stuff out there, and it's not true. He settled. He settled that case because he knew he was wrong, and testimony from people who worked for him said that they had to put the letter C on the application, and that C stands for colored, so they'll know which applications are colored. So there was a plan in place. Now, we want to talk about his daddy. His daddy was a known racist.
This is what we're talking
about. Hold on, sir.
But you stopped me from giving my answer.
No. Let's just fill this in. I'm almost done. His niece, Mary Trump, said he's a racist. Her grandfather was racist.
We haven't got to Mary.
Apples never fall far from the tree, sir. So, okay. So go ahead and finish this nonsense. I mean, you're go ahead.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, this is his father. This is his father saying that he understands that he violated the Housing Act during 67.
Yes.
And like I said before, without you being inferior, his superiority cannot work. And that's generally in America, period. So you are needed for that particular cause. You are needed for that. So let's just remove this racist thing. That's what I'm getting right here. Hold on, let me finish.
We cannot remove the racist thing.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But what I'm saying is this right here. You got to stop playing the race card all the time when it comes to Donald Trump. For what? Not? I mean, but why? You're talking about his dad. Yeah. Can I hold you accountable for what your dad done?
You cannot. But when they sued him in 73, they sued both of them. So it's not like I'm picking on his dad. The only reason I brought up his dad being arrested at Klan meeting is because it was true, and apples don't fall far from trees.
Okay, again,
see apples on the ground, look up, there's the apple tree.
Okay, again, this was how society was then. It took him 5 years to catch up with the law. And I only brought a point when I said that, how long did it take our people to find out that we were free? Was it Juneteenth? And we celebrate it now, just today?
Sir, I have no idea how those...
Hold on, man. Just don't let me bring the point together.
Okay.
Just let me bring it together. What I'm getting at is this: when a law is passed on the books in Washington, it takes time for the public to understand the law, and it takes time for Congress to implement a law, and then it takes time for the law to be implemented to the people. So now, okay, if you want to say Hillary want to bring him to trial for it, he paid for it. That was that time. That was during that time. Now let's deal with the brothers.
The what?
The brothers. The 5 brothers of what was that? New York, what was it called?
The Central Park Five.
The Central Park Five. Let's do it the Central Park Five.
Oh, you want to go inch by inch from the clip I played?
I mean, that's the only way I can remember it.
Okay,
you gave me a lot. You gave me a lot to tackle. You asked me, why should we support this man?
Why should we trust him? I got you. All right, go.
Why should we support and trust this man?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that this is a man that is just all peaches and cream.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this right here. Let's deal with the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was done wrongly. My opinion. Maybe Trump had another reason why. At that particular time, it was all out war for whoever done it. So now this is a point where we start blaming who captured them and who put the false claim upon them.
Mm-hmm.
But you laying all of this at Trump's lap. Wait a minute.
I got a reason to. I got a reason to, sir.
I know you do.
Nobody told him to take a full page ad on the New York Times saying bring back the death penalty for 5 underage minors.
I know, but listen what you did say. The article said we gotta blame those who brought the 5 guys in front of him. Because at the particular time, even if you knew about it, if you didn't say or feel that it was wrong of what happened, then so be it. At the particular time, it was wrong. It was wrong. It was in the eyes. It was wrong with whoever done it. It just so happened to be them. Now, who brought them in should be blamed, not Donald Trump. You blaming something for Donald Trump, saying, okay, look, he took the word of what? Of who? The police who arrested them, the prosecutor who prosecuted them, in which he should, and said, look, this is what we need for this particular behavior. Hold it.
Pause a minute. Their confessions were coerced. They knew that they were minors. Their parents weren't contacted, and then they got false confessions. That went over to the prosecutor, who had an easy job because they thought they had confessions. And then who told Donald Trump to put a full page ad in the newspaper? Nobody told him to do that. He could have not did it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm bringing to. That's what you're trying to lay.
That's what you're trying to lay at his feet. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is what those prosecutors done is the same thing that your vice president has done in the past. Now, wait a minute. Before you interrupt me, she done the same thing to more brothers than the prosecutors from New York.
Okay,
hold on. Hold on, stop. Let me clear this up.
Well, you're gonna have to talk in chunks, because you're talking like a river. You just keep talking.
But you gave me a whole clip. You gave me a whole clip to defend.
That's right.
A whole clip.
But we still could banter back and forth. I ain't got to hear you the whole time, because when you say something, I can fix it, because you're Trumpizing right now. You're throwing stuff out there and like hoping to stick.
I like that.
I'm sure you do. You would.
What you call it? What's that word? Trump? What?
I'd forget it. So look, the difference between Kamala Harris being a prosecutor.
No, we're not. No, we're not getting to her yet. We're not getting to her.
You just asked me a Kamala Harris question.
No, I only drew a point for that because Kamala Harris is a prosecutor, and she done the same thing. I'm only going. Listen, wait a minute. Let me finish my point, man. Son, I just want to finish the point. We're talking about the brothers.
All right.
I only used her as an example. We will come back to her and deal with her as a prosecutor, as she did Black brothers, and it was worse than the 5 of New York. However, Donald Trump, seeing the actual, he took the word of a prosecutor, which we all should, but they did what?
You're wrong.
They blackballed these 5 little brothers and said they did it, knowing that they didn't have nothing to do with it. But you won't put the racism right there with them, whoever they were.
I do, but I don't see anybody.
You lay the blame at Donald Trump's feet.
I don't see anybody else involved in that case running for president, sir. That's why I'm sticking it to him. Nobody told him to do that, and he has other. I didn't even bring up all the other stuff that he did that was racist. You remember when he first came into? You gotta let me speak at some point, sir. Okay. Remember when he America made a mistake and elected him the first time, and he had all these celebrities in his doggone cabinet, like what's her name, Omarosa. And then they got to fighting, and she admitted he was a racist, and he called her a dog. Why are you backing a man that will call a Black woman a dog? As much as Black women have black women has probably got more racism thrown at them than us, probably, I'm guessing. And they had to deal with seeing their men ostracized and put down and killed. Why would you back a guy who obviously called a sister, and we're not talking about in the 60s, we talking about the last time he ran, a dog? I don't get it. I don't get it, sir. I don't get it. All right, so look, hold on. We got to bring this dude in because this is when it's going to start getting ignorant. But wait a minute, Art, wait a minute. Let's go back through these comments. Let's go back through the comments.
He ran the clip for 15 minutes and asked me to, he let the clip run.
You gotta say your shit in 30 seconds. And he had 5 minutes.
But he gave me a 15-minute clip. I said, man, what's going on? And he want to play good every 30 seconds.
Sir, we're going good. We don't need all the over talking. We're going good. EW says we would have the opportunities to fix things prior to having to go to court. She was talking about the New York 5, I believe. Kimmy says, she said, I forgot what that was for. Joe says that Danny is giving out misinformation.
Quiet, Joe.
Carlos said, dumb Danny. Jalise says, it's what he stands on, not just his feet. Earl Casey is in the house. Danny. And nobody knows why he would say that. So EW says, all the horrific crimes that have been committed in the United States by white people against children and the elderly, etc., he elected the brothers to be hid or to be having an example of the death penalty. In other words, all of the white crime, he picks this case to bring back the death penalty to New York. So now,
can I answer?
Art, yes, I'm going to set you up now. Art, Danny was explaining why we should trust Trump. Now, we ain't got to Kamala yet. We talking about Trump. Go, Danny.
What I'm saying about the brothers was you land something at Donald Trump's feet, which was the fault of a prosecutor and the police department. Right now, this is a time in New York where New York is running very rampant with crime. This is during the time when Giuliani comes with search and see and search. New York is like out of control, like Chicago today. So now, and he's not running for office. He just wants the crime cleaned up. And you are you bashing him for wanting crime cleaned up, even though he got wrong information. The information was totally wrong. But you bashing him for it, which is unfair, my opinion. Now, with the COVID thing, he said I was only being sarcastic about shooting bleaching yarn. That's what your clip. That's what.
But why would he be?
Listen. Your clip said that.
Why would he be? Yes. Why would he be sarcastic in such a serious time like that? Why would he be such? Why would he play games?
Man, people. Hey, listen, man. People been in the house for 2 years almost. If you couldn't take a joke, hold on. Even though people, wait a minute, Aaron.
He's joking.
Man.
Did you honestly say he was joking during
That's what he said.
COVID time?
He said that. He said that. He said I was only being sarcastic because I didn't mean that. Listen, your clip said that.
Yes, he did. He did. He's so aloof that he did mean that.
He
was up there lying.
The man just said, "Hold on, Aaron. Hold on." The man
lady,
said,
I forget the lady's name that was sitting in the corner. She just sat down. Hold on, she just sat down from explaining this current situation of COVID, and he gets up there and says some dumb crap like, "I thought maybe we could do it by injection or some like." Shut up and say, "I'm gonna put it over to the experts."
Newsflash. Newsflash. COVID was a lie any fucking way.
A total lie.
Okay.
Total BS.
COVID was only put together and it had been, let's say, prophesied by Barack Obama back in 2012 that we were going to have another a pandemic. He had said it already, okay? But the point is, that shit was bullshit. It was only just to get people to let them put that mRNA in them that changes their DNA, so that when they bring the next wave of BS, then we have that total biological change in the people, okay? And this is part of what the mark of the beast is, but that's beside the point. The point is that we're having conversations about things that really don't mean nothing. And let me explain why. Because Trump being a racist ain't nothing new, okay? Right. If he is, let's say, a racist, okay?
Yeah. Just say, okay.
What is fucking new? There's been racists in this country since this country. Even before this country, there's been racism.
I don't think they heard you.
If you go all the way back to Jesus' days and the days of Jeremiah, guess what? There were racism because they hated the Israelites because of what they were and who they were. This is no different. These same Israelites are in this country right now, being treated just as they were before. This is nothing new. What are we talking about?
Yeah, just
wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Order in the doggone court. Listen.
Order in the court.
What we saying? Come on, man. Calm it down. I'm letting Danny mess through this whole thing with this this clip I just did.
I'm sorry, Danny.
Now, talking about Trump being a racist, we all can agree, except for Danny, that he is a racist. His niece even called him that. His nephew called him that. And Eric Trump, his son, even admitted that that we're white and we're gonna get through this. You didn't see that clip?
Hey.
Okay, wait. I can see it in your eyes. Art, you ready?
Sure you're gonna play it for us, aren't you?
But go ahead, Danny, and finish because I'm glad I got my ass.
I left off with the COVID thing, man. He was being sarcastic.
Lord,
your clip said that what you gave us, he said that he was being sarcastic. That needs no explanation right there. But if you want to carry it further and saying why would a president do something like this at a time like this, then that's on him. But that has nothing to do with him being racist.
But that's what I said.
Let me finish.
That part ain't nothing to do with racist. That's him being aloof, and the job is way over his head. That's what the point I was making with that one.
Okay, but guess what though? That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up because of this right here. Before the pandemic started, I hear a lot about 2025, Project 2025. When Trump started, he didn't have a particular program. He has one now, which is Project 2025.
And you're in agreement with it.
Let me finish, man.
You're in agreement with it, right?
The Project 2025 is an old project because he didn't have it in place when he took the presidency. See, they scrambled around. They didn't know who was going to fit where. If you remember, see, he didn't have this in place. Now they got it in place. And the Project 2025 is nothing but what you already know that he's been trying to implement since the time he was in office. Now, moving right along, because we're going to get back to 2025. I'm quite sure we're going to talk about Project 2025.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, look, okay.
I just read that remark.
This is rough right here. I'm telling you right now, it's a rough one. I'm telling you.
Hey, I know, right?
We can see you juiced up. Wait, let me read this comment because if you're leaving COVID, I need to read this. EW says he said that disinfectant thing with the same seriousness he mentioned with the other possible treatments. So was he joking about all of it?
Okay, can I just say this?
Hold on, answer the question. The lady got a question on the floor.
Okay. Was he joking about it? He said he was just being sarcastic. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's say this. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Nobody's leaving the house for up to a year. Let's just say 8 to 9, 10, 12 months. If the president cannot have humor in his job, then what did you do during this particular pandemic?
Gosh.
I mean, because I see Kamala laughing.
That's what he said. He said it himself. He was only being sarcastic with it. He didn't mean it directly, but because he got the information from who?
Kamala be talking about how bad the economy is, and she be laughing.
No. Laughing. She be giggling like a son of a gun. Ooh.
She like, yeah, and we're screwed.
And we're screwed.
Hey, you got your mic on, Joe?
I can't take it.
Joe, you got your mic on?
Yeah, my mic on.
All right, you on the show, man. Push your screen down to show your
Yeah,
face.
all we see is that big old fro you got.
Yeah, we need to see some.
Hey, Joe, I need you to bring some bleach in this conversation, man, because
we don't need no.
There's a whole bunch of mold in this mug. Whole bunch of mold. Go ahead, Danny.
Come down some more with your thing, Joe, so I can see your chin too.
Yeah.
So wait, Mona
That's
says.
the other direction. You're going around.
Now hold on. Let's stay on the topic. Mona says. Mona says that we want answers, and he was joking. What? EW says that press conference had nothing to do with humor. I think you really need to look at the press conference again, sir.
Hey, the press conference had everything to do.
Come on, man. Let's go one at a time.
Go ahead.
This is crazy. Carlos says, Danny, tell the people what you call we don't know if I want to hear that or not.
I got some names.
All right, Joe, jump in. All right, go, Danny.
Well, I mean, the president said it himself that he was being sarcastic, and we have to leave it at that. Now, whether
I don't have to leave it at that.
Well, you don't have to, but that's the answer that he gave, and that's the answer that I'm going to stick by. He said he was being sarcastic. I understand
it was a stupid answer.
Let me answer it. It was in a very important time, and he dealt with it how he dealt with it, and that's that. Let's put that to rest. Put that to rest.
I'm never going to put that to rest.
Yeah, we got to, because you know why we got to put it to rest? Because he gave the answer. He says, I was only being sarcastic about it.
That was stupid. That was the dumbest answer you can ever say.
Okay, I'll accept that, because he said that. He said I was only being sarcastic. So let's move on now. Let's move on.
I wish I would have brought all the dumbass answers I heard from Kamala so I could play them.
Yeah. I wish I could have brought some clips from that dumbass Biden. You know?
Hey, we gonna get there. Hey, Joe, hold on, Danny. Hold on. Joe, do you have a TV in your background?
Yeah, I'm trying to cut my volume up a little bit to see, you know what I'm saying, to hear what y'all talking about.
Okay. Your volume is us, or is it a TV in the background?
It's real low.
Oh, wait. What do you? Okay, because we're hearing a whole bunch of like a TV in the background.
Oh, that's what it is. Give me a second. Hold on,
okay.
I got my TV on.
All right.
We're talking about Kamala Harris.
Okay, but
president.
We hear it too loud in the show.
Nobody want to hear that.
Yeah, nobody want to hear about Kamala Harris, man.
All right, come on. Let's go through this thing so you can get done with this silliness.
Well, you don't want issued it out. You issued out me a whole lot of garbage to deal with.
Let's go.
A whole lot of negativity.
Let's go, sir.
Now he talking about black. He talking about black people. Calling what was her name? Mega Stallion a dog? No, not Mega. I'm sorry. Who did he call the dog? Well, I forgot the name of the sister that was working for him. He said he called
Omarosa, sir.
Omarosa said he called her a dog.
No, he called her a dog. She ain't say it. He called her the dog.
Okay, wait a minute. The clip said this is what she said. He called her a dog. But what we got to look at, what did she do to deserve a particular answer to that? What did you do?
What?
What did Omarosa do? Do you know that?
Where
you clip that about what she did?
Let me just reiterate what I said, because it wasn't in the clip. I refused to put Omarosa in my clip because she, I just think she kind of despicable. But look.
Oh, well, come on, man.
But let me tell you what I said.
A despicable dog.
When she was in his administration, she was the bomb. She had no political experience. She just brought her over from the doggone show she was on with him. And then when she found out he was the racist that he was fired, and he called her a dog. And then you guys are defending. Listen to me now. We got to go one at a time. You guys are defending a white guy who called a sister a dog.
Hold on, bro.
How do you do that?
Hold on. Right now today, you will call your own sister the B word.
No,
maybe not. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me clear this up. Maybe not you per se, but this is what the sister expect from a brother today. And who implement this? But we ain't gonna get into that. We're gonna get into it a little later.
Because you ain't making no sense. Just move on.
See, you got to understand exactly what if you don't know what happened for him to say something like that, you don't know what this woman done or what this woman said to him to say some shit like that. You don't know.
They could have been arguing.
You just giving her.
Think about it. Think about it. You talking about a sister, right? They could have been arguing. She could have said something about that nigga hairpiece or something, how his hair was looking, and he could have called her a dog. And just for reference, Jesus called a black woman a dog himself.
Come on, brother.
No, he did.
Back to me.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
No, he did.
He called that woman a dog.
Jesus called a lady a dog. He did. But we're talking about Jesus, who's God.
Oh man, you can't.
No, I'm not trying to say. But what I'm saying is, you got to study the scriptures of why he said dog. Because hold your horses, Danny. Dang, because we already know what you got in your cup. You all juiced up. You and Art. So I'm trying to say.
I ain't saying nothing yet.
Now he called her a dog, and you black men, and I mean you black men are defending that. That it just makes me uneasy, man.
Who said we're defending that? You brought it up.
I didn't say that you're defending that. I said you're defending a man who did that.
Okay, fine. So you bringing up all this stuff about what this man done did, and you're saying that we're defending what he done did. And what I would say is, I'm not defending nothing he do. I'm trying to be realistic about the situation.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Realistic about the situation, and whatever he is or whatever he done, that doesn't negate the fact that number one, he's been president for 4 years already.
And
number two, it seems that when he was in office, he definitely commanded some respect from the leaders around the world.
No,
I would say. And number three, it seems that he definitely had the country's best interest in mind, especially when it came to foreign trade. And listen to what I'm saying, especially when it came to foreign trade, and especially the relationship that we were having with Saudi Arabia and the oil, right? But Biden, well, I'll put it like this: them Saudis did not renew that contract, did they? No, they did not. Why? You dig what I'm saying? And I'm talking about things that affect us globally, because this is a global economy. Hold on now. This is a global economy. So the question is, who's fit for that?
Sir,
it ain't about who you like or don't like. It ain't about what you did to somebody 5 years ago or what happened 35, 50 years ago.
All right. We're almost there. We're almost at that point in the conversation. We're almost there. We ain't got to the Kamala stuff. We still trying to walk through the Trump manure. And
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why are we walking through his manure? What is it? What's the purpose?
Because he started his show with about 5 or 6 articles of what Trump did.
Yes.
When he wasn't even running for when he wasn't even running for president.
Yeah.
You talking about the character of a man. Hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it. Now watch this right here. At least you could have said, at least you could have started. I would have really accepted a question as, Danny, why do you like Trump?
I asked you why we should be Trump.
Wait a minute. Let me. Secondly, you should have asked me, why am I a Republican? But no, you gave me a list of garbage to deal with, and I'm trying to deal with it the best I can.
I'm letting you.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Project 2025 is real.
Of course it's real, but you've been new about Project 2025. Project 2025
take a lot of stuff from you.
Project 2025 been out ever since Trump had the office in the very first time. Project 2025 is cleaning the fucking swamp. That's all that is.
No,
that's all the fuck that is.
Oh my
We cleaning the fucking swamp.
Hey,
y'all know what the swamp is? Do you know what the swamp is?
Hey, let me run down a list what it's gonna do. Let me run down a list what that Project 25 gonna do.
No, answer this question. Do you know what the swamp is?
Oh God.
Yes or no?
Swamp.
Do you know what
the rich
the political swamp
the rich
is?
people that's gonna
if
get the tax breaks
you can't tackle.
We can't talk. We hold on. We can't talk at the same time. We can't do that.
To the rich people?
I asked a question.
Okay, well, let him answer it. Let him answer it.
The swamp is them rich people. He gonna get all the money too. Even the tax. You know what I'm saying? No ticks on tap. No on tips on tax. All that stuff. He gonna give it to them.
Bring your camera down, Joe. Bring your camera down. Bring your camera down.
Hey, listen. He gonna look out.
That ain't it. That ain't it.
The 1%ers. He only gonna look out for the 1%ers. Ain't gonna do nothing for none of us.
That's not Project 2025.
Even people that want him.
That's not Project 2025, Joe.
Oh
That's
my
not
God.
cleaning the swamp, Joe.
Huh?
Okay.
That's not cleaning the swamp. That's
Can
not
I
what
ask
that
one
means.
question?
Hold on. Let's get to these comments. Joe, you got to show your whole face, sir. Yeah, there you go. All right. So I think it's Andrews. Andrews says after critical comment about what he said, he backtracked. That was about the COVID thing. Carlos said Danny feels that white America will not allow a black woman a chance to be president. Kim says,
Ain't no black woman.
Please, Danny, sir, please stay on the course. Tell us why you're a Trump supporter. Mona says, Art and Danny are hot standing messes. Carlos says, Danny, that's what you call Kamala, the B word, often and consistently. Where's your values? Earl says, Danny, you making my head hurt. He says, that's what's disheartening. That's the disheartening part. Black men would justify him calling a black woman a dog.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute. Wait.
That's unfair.
Kamala has more.
Because
Kamala has more experience.
We've been called worse, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Kamala has more experience than Trump when he started his presidency. She has been a vice president. Huh?
She never been president. She never had
somebody said
emergency.
Hey, Daddy, she wasn't behind the scenes. She doing everything.
I'm just trying to get to the comments.
What you call that jet? The second jet riding around parading and laughing and giggling and shit. That's all she done. Trump got more experience as a president.
Come on, man.
What?
No, he don't.
How the hell she got experience as a presidency? She ain't been in yet.
Right. But listen. A lot of the guys who have been president have political experience. This dude had none when he walked in, and that's why his 4 years was such a sham. Wait a minute. His staff had the greatest turnover and the greatest amount of indictments of any presidential administration.
And I told you why. Remember, I explained it why just earlier.
Why?
Let me go over it again. Because Donald Trump.
I can see where your answer's coming from. It's in your hand. That's where your answer's coming from. But go ahead.
I told you before, Donald Trump didn't have a program when he started his first term. It was chaotic. He said that will never happen again. And they came up with Project 2025. Project 2025 is the same project when he ran first. He said, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the swamp. If you don't know what cleaning the swamp is, I can explain it to you if you like.
Please do that succinctly and not.
Hey, cleaning the swamp is cleaning out all the minorities and black folks up out of here. That's cleaning the swamp.
Well, let's go, because ain't shit happening good for us here no way.
That's the swamp he want to clean out.
Jeez, let's get out of here.
Listen. Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Hey, listen, he ain't about to help nobody. He just gonna help the rich, the 1%ers. That's it.
Yes.
All of us
right. And the Democrats gonna help us, huh? They gonna help us.
No, you know what? At least we have a chance with them.
We don't have nothing. You say a chance.
Yes, we're gonna have a chance with them.
You ain't had a chance.
At least we can go to them and say what we want. With this dude, we don't get to go to him to get anything done.
You ain't had a chance since 67.
Hey, so listen.
Whatever.
Hey, so y'all okay if the police pull y'all over? Y'all okay if the police pull y'all over and say, you know what? This is my chance right here. I'm gonna take this black dude out.
So let me tell you what we got. Hold on. Let me tell you what we got from the Democrats. Let me tell you what we got from them. I'm about to tell you what we got from them.
Get something from this lady.
Listen to what I'm saying.
The other side get in, you ain't gonna be able to get nothing. You gonna be able to talk on this podcast.
Let me tell you exactly what we got. Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly what we got.
We got
integration.
So So it'll be integration. So
hold on.
Integration forever.
Wait a minute.
It's gonna be integration. So
wait a minute.
They add to the tax base. So
wait a
what
second.
are you talking about?
Wait a second.
Hey, you gonna do that how they do?
We got integration.
You gonna pick some grapes.
Wait a minute.
You pick some strawberries.
We got integration.
So
we got welfare out the ass.
Hey, hold on. The rich people get money from the government too.
Stop. Wait a minute.
Benefits too.
Wait a minute. Do you know what the? Wait a minute. Do you understand?
Anybody work for the government and anybody they reaping the benefits too. So
Joe,
what? Rich people reaping the benefits all day
Joe,
long.
Listen.
Elon Musk, all of them, they reaping the benefits.
Do you have an understanding? Do you have an understanding of what the welfare has done to our communities?
That's
wait a minute.
You know
There's way more white people on welfare than black people.
People do need
I don't care.
So what?
I'm
Some
talking
people need
about
help.
us.
It's a lot of people need the welfare, and guess what? There's a lot of whites on welfare too.
No, it's more whites on welfare.
I want you to answer the question. Answer the question. What has it done to our community? That's what I want you to answer.
Why don't you tell us?
You know what? I mean, you may have people that want to stay on it, but you know what? We're not the only one that's on it. You
what has it done to our community?
It didn't do nothing. It didn't do
nothing.
It's
Let me tell you what it did.
Getting welfare all day long.
Since you don't know, let me tell you what it did.
They getting it.
Let me tell you what it did. It made black fathers irrelevant and pushed us out of our homes with our children. That's what it did. And now we got now we had females trying to raise men. And this is where we at now. Listen to what I'm saying. And these are democratic policies.
Well,
So
last I
understand-
checked,
so
a lot of black
understand
men are still in their kids' life, even if they're not in the home.
Let him finish, though. Let him finish.
What?
This is a democratic policy.
Hold on.
Let him finish,
A
Joe.
lot of black men are still in their kids' life, even if they're not even in the same home.
Well, how about
I don't know what
this?
circle you in.
How about
what the
this?
circle I'm in.
80 how
Everybody
about
that's
this?
not living with their kids,
Well, that's
they
fine.
still in their life.
Hold on. We can't talk at the same time. We can't. Hold on, Joe. We can't talk at the same time because we got an audience that wants to follow the discussion. And we can't, it's kind of unfair to them to hear us all talking at the same time. So we got to talk one at a time. And I think we was trying to get through Danny's discussion about the video I played, but we can jump to another subject if that's okay. I just don't want it to have a habit of talking at the same time. All right. So I think Joe was answering the question about welfare. Let's go with that. And then let's see where it goes, but let's not talk at the same time. Go,
Joe
Joe.
wasn't answering shit. He was running from it. He was running. He's scared. That's why his hair standing up on his fucking head. He don't know what to do with himself.
Hey, listen. Welfare ain't stopping nobody from being with their kids.
Yes, it is. Come on,
No, it's
Joe.
not.
What?
Stop that, man.
No, it's not.
Let's
Wait,
see.
Okay, that's if you allow that. I disagree. But you may you know have a different point, but I disagree.
Yeah. Okay. So look. I got a whole bunch of stuff to get to because I like my participants. I love them, and they got a lot to say to y'all. So we need to go way back up here and hit this.
We can't read all of them. We got to do what we got to do.
I can. We're gonna do a little bit of extended. So Carlos says that he loves Trump with every fiber is being talked about Danny. EW says Trump has denounced 2025 due to backlash. Trader Todd says, oh, I know who Todd is. He definitely looks after the 1%ers. So he agrees with you, Joe. Mona says, we might as well listen to Friends of Distinction. You got me going in circa. That was a good one. Trader says, I'm broke as F. Grump ain't got my back. Talking about Trump. Mona says, all Trump has done has failing businesses and an entertaining TV show. Todd, he's only gonna help himself. EW, January 6th, call that a president behavior? You call that presidential behavior? Todd, it's a selfish pathological narcissist. And Carlos, oh, we got some more down here too. Dang. That's why Danny is drinking liquor now. He can't communicate properly, just like his drunken idol Trump.
That's a low blow. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful because I'm having a drink too. Damn it.
So
can you delete him, man? Because these messages is like, hey.
Well, I'll put that up there too. He looked like a drunken clown. Anyway, all right. So now we were let's transition to Kamala Harris. We know that Danny and Art think she's unqualified. I failed to understand the reasons behind that. You told me 100 times, but I don't know why. And you were saying she hasn't done anything to get respect from other world leaders. I don't understand why you say that, but I'm gonna give you guys one at a time to talk about why you think that. Go.
Who first? Go ahead, Joe.
No, you and Danny said that. You and Danny said she's not qualified.
I'll go first.
I think she qualified.
I would like to ask you.
Oh, that's right. What do you think?
I would like to ask
she qualified.
all the
right,
Kamala Harris.
I'm rolling with her.
This is the question that Hillary gave Donald Trump at the debate. She says it's 3:00 in the morning. Will Donald Trump be ready? So I'm posing the question to Ms. Harris. It's 3:00 in the morning. Will Ms. Harris be ready? Or will she be coming from the club with Megan Thee Stallion with hands on her knees?
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, will she be ready at 3:00 in the morning? Because this was a question that was posed.
Talking about? What are you talking about?
Didn't you just ask me to answer the question?
Yeah, and you answered it asking me a question.
Just let the man talk.
What is the 3 in the morning?
Hey man, let me pop me another drink then. What is she gonna do?
What do you mean?
Listen to the question. Hillary Clinton at the debate gave Donald Trump a direct question. It's 3:00 in the morning, and there's missiles flying into America. Will you be ready to protect us? My question is, what is Miss Harris gonna do? Will she be coming from the club with Megan Thee Stallion with hands on her knees? This is where I'm at, man. I'm
gonna tell you what she's gonna be doing.
Will she be ready?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what she's gonna be doing.
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. Art, I'm gonna tell you this right. Let me finish this up here. I can tell you what Donald Trump gonna do. Donald Trump going to sleep with that button in his hand, ready to fire the missiles.
Yeah, he probably did that anyway.
Yeah, of course he did. See, that's what you. If you do not have a strong man to lead this country, China finna run up in here, and you ain't gonna see chaos like you've never seen it before. They already. You ever heard of the Brits? They're already forming against this summer gun, man.
Right, the BRICS nations.
You already had a homosexual for 8 years. Now you come in with a woman, man. Come on now.
Who we had? What homosexual?
Barack.
Come on, say it again. I don't think he hurt you. I don't think he hurt you.
Barack.
Okay, so I mean, come on, man. Let's have a.
Did you see? Look, did you see the nigga dancing on the Ellen show?
Oh my God,
man.
Did you see that?
What man has ever painted the White House with village colors on that motherfucker, man?
Hold on.
Misinformation. Hey, you and Art need to get together and have y'all talk together.
No, the hell we don't. No, the hell we don't.
Yes, I do. Y'all gonna be just right. Y'all gonna be all right with each other.
Hold on again. Hold on. So, I'm getting kind of a little bit of a tension headache, but I absolutely appreciate all of you brothers. What I'm gonna do is I was joking about the aspirin before, but I actually gotta go take one. But I gotta show some love to the people who make our show possible. We gotta pay some bills with these commercials, right? And when we come back, we're gonna give our we're gonna go a little bit more, because I don't think I can take Art and Danny drinking. So so we'll be back right after these commercial breaks.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Looking for good homemade cuisine at a reasonable price for your next event? Well, look no further. Hightower Catering. The best caterer in the city is just a dial away. Hightower Catering. Let Chef Hightower and his staff bring good food and good moods to your next social event. Hightower Catering. Hightower Catering has a wide array of cuisine made by his own special seasonings. Hightower Catering does it all. Call Hightower Catering today. Hightower Catering. Good food equals good mood. Hightower Catering. Call Hightower Catering at 313-478-6030. That's 313-478-6030. And find us on Instagram and Facebook. Man, I gotta say that we thank our sponsors, MFer Seasons and Sauces. MFer, man, this dude got the best spices and the best sauces. If you're a barbecue person like Art, man, you owe it to yourself to grab some of this stuff. Our other sponsor is Jamel Hightower, Chef Hightower. This brother goes everywhere. His no catering job is too little, no catering job is too big. He will cater your special event. Just call that brother at that number that you just saw. Hey, listen, we want to just thank them for being sponsors to this show. And so there's another important part we need to get to real quick in this show, and that is Project 2025. Now we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it one at a time, and we're gonna make some progress through this sucker. Now, Danny said that Trump didn't have any platform or whatever you called it. He didn't have a way to some little guide through his presidency, and now he does. So, but Joe and I say that this project is straight up steaming bowl of hot doo-doo. And it's going to change the United States. It's going to take away the democratic process. It's going to take away the middle class, and it's going to force feed things that people now have a choice whether to accept. So tell us how Project 25 is beneficial, Danny.
Well, let me say that, Danny. Can I pause you 1 second?
Yeah, go ahead, Art.
Let me pause you 1 second, Danny. Let me just get something straight here, okay? The middle class has been gone for at least 20 years.
How long?
And let me explain why.
I didn't hear you, Art. How long?
20 years at least.
Thank you.
At least.
You just learned something, Danny. Go ahead.
Now, let me explain why. In 1980, 30 grand a year.
That's right.
You could have a couple cars, you could have a place to live, feed your kids, couple, 3 kids, put clothes on them, even send them to college. The equivalency of that in today's dollars is making $164,000 a year. That's the equivalency of what it was in 1980. So there is no middle class anyway, because that was middle class in 1980. So we haven't had that situation in a long time. And let me drop this on you. In the year 2000, what would take $60,000 worth of income to acquire, now in 2024 takes $104,000 income to acquire. We haven't had a middle class for the longest time. 2025, whatever the hell thing, is not going to do nothing to the middle class. It's not going to do anything about the democratic policy, or however we conduct our business. It's not going to do anything like that. And understand, the damn thing is 900 pages long. Until me and the rest of y'all read the whole damn thing, we can't say much about it. And
Yes,
also understand.
Yes,
Also understand that there's definitely things in there that Trump probably don't agree with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, go, Joe. Go, Joe.
Well, I guess we'll see then.
Let Joe answer you. Go, Joe.
He agree with all of it.
Okay, go ahead, man. What you got to say, Joe?
He can sit here and say he don't agree with it, but he agree with all of it. He could try to walk away from it, but he can't. Everybody that has something to do with that, through the Heritage Foundation, worked in his cabinet, put that stuff out there. It's not even gonna be good for me or you.
Come on,
at all. It ain't gonna need to be. Listen, we work in a union shop. They want to take away union jobs, cut the union, police immunity, women's rights, education, draft. They got their religions of what they want people to believe. Women's to control people. They want to control the government. They want this man to be a dictator. It's just all bad. And I'm just snipping on it just a little bit. Anything is not gonna be good for nobody. And if that's who I agree with, shame on y'all. Sorry, but that's not good.
Let me give a quick rebuttal, and then Danny, I'll let you jump in.
Hold on. Let me ask this question. Can you find anything that you've read in the Project 2025? If y'all always say Kamala says she ain't doing nothing specifically for black people. Find me a section in Project 2025 that's specifically for black people.
Cleaning the swamp.
My argument to that would be
not the swamp, Joe.
Hold on. My argument to that would be Trump never said anything about doing anything specifically for black people.
Yes, he did.
Anyway.
Yes, he did. You're wrong.
Not specifically.
How could he say that he's done more for black people than any other president since Abraham Lincoln? How could he say that?
You're talking about years ago. You're talking about years ago, and we're talking about this 2025 thing.
Right now. We're talking about this little parenthetical time right here. And you just said he never made any claims, and he did. So if he didn't,
no,
he's claiming to be the president. Okay.
Listen, Donald Trump specifically never said he was doing something specifically for black people.
Okay.
And ironically, Kamala has said the same damn thing. That I ain't doing nothing specifically for black folk. So we can talk about the 2025 all we want, and we can talk about how, okay, well, it ain't gonna do nothing for us. Ain't nobody trying to do shit for us any damn way.
Well, why are you mad at Kamala for saying it then?
I ain't mad at her for saying it. I'm pointing it out so niggas stop running around here thinking she about to save us because she one of us when she ain't one of us.
Oh, we back on that.
Yeah, because she ain't one of us.
Not one of us, man.
Come on,
She's
man.
black lady.
She's
not one of us.
Beautiful black lady.
She's Indian. Do your research.
Come on,
She
man.
said herself, she's a black woman, but she's not one of us.
Hold on. Here, let me
She
do
ain't
this.
black.
Let me do
Y'all
this.
not one of us.
Her great grandfather, her great great grandfather was a slave owner.
Let me
And
ask
was a
Danny.
white guy.
Let me ask Danny.
Irish white
Don't give
dude.
him too much, Art.
Let me ask Danny something. Danny. And Art, be quiet. Kamala Harris's father. What nationality is he? Danny.
Jamaican.
So does that mean he's black?
He's Jamaican.
Is he black because he's Jamaican? The overall makeup
No.
of wait a minute. The overall makeup
That's
of
the
Jamaican
question.
people are black,
no,
right?
No, he has a national Joe. I mean, Aaron, listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. He's from Jamaica. He has a nationality. He is not black.
What is he?
East Indian.
So
And
I'm
basically
asking about her father.
not really East Indian.
He has
really
a
white.
nationality.
I'm
See,
asking
when you
about her father.
fly that flag of being black, you don't have a nationality.
Okay. Wait a minute. Somebody's got some feedback.
Yeah.
So if he's Jamaican, the majority of people in Jamaica, native born, are black. Slavery happened down there too, but it didn't succeed.
Says who? Says who?
So
no,
Art
what you just
said,
said says who?
come on, man. Hold on. You
That's
barking.
who you just made a statement.
Hold on, the liquor is barking. Hold on, the liquor barking. Look, Art said in the last, I think he said off the grid, that you are what your father is.
That's right.
So Danny just said her father's Jamaican. Majority of the black people in Jamaica are black. That makes him black. That makes her black.
Man,
But guess what? The majority of people. Hold on, Danny. Hold on, Danny. Wait a minute, Danny. Wait a minute, Danny. The majority of people in South Africa are black people, correct?
Yep.
But who's the ruling class? The same white slave owners. Those same white slave owners, guess what? They're still in Jamaica. understand. Let me finish. Understand this. The only reason why her father was in Jamaica is because his father was a slave owner in Jamaica. We're talking about slave owning. Listen to me. We're talking about slave owning Irish/East Indian descent people, not actual people from the slave trade. These people were trading slaves. They were not slaves.
Tell me his name.
He is not one of us. Period.
Yes, she is.
Period.
Tell me his name.
Art. Yeah, we all.
I gotta go. I looked it up. Now I gotta go back to Google to find it. I can't call his name when I'm sitting here like this. But I'm telling you what it is.
Art. I mean, Art. She's one of us.
No, she's not, Joe. She's not one of us. You know why? You know why she's not one of us?
Everybody got some kind of mix.
You have nothing. You have nothing.
They say if you got one,
this is what's wrong with our people. This delusion.
You black.
All you gotta do is type in her name and look at her lineage and go back to her grandfather, and you'll find out exactly what he is. It don't take them but a couple clicks.
So what?
So what?
We voted for white people all day long anyway. So
let me tell you what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump said.
Okay, we getting off the rails again. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead with whatever you finna say.
Let me tell you what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump said, "I've been knowing her for years, not directly but indirectly, and all her policies have been for India, and now all of a sudden she says she's black."
Really, all her policies been for India.
Yes.
He said all her policies. Hold on.
So what about what she did in Oakland and San Francisco? That was for Indians too.
Oh man.
By the way, this is Donald J. Harris. This is her dad.
He is not a black man. Stop tripping.
All I see is black man.
Well, something wrong.
I guess you're gonna tell me that Obama was black too, right?
His daddy was black, yeah.
Oh man, now I rest my case.
So, and Art said you are what your daddy is.
You are what your daddy is. But understand this. Understand this. When you look at East Indian people, or even if you go to India, you can see that there are a lot of them that are very, very, very dark skinned. That doesn't mean that they niggas. They are not a product of the slave trade. Her family is not a product of the slave trade. Her lineage did not come from that. She is not one of us.
So that makes her not black because her family didn't come through the slave.
Yes. Because if you talking about, listen, if you're talking about people from Jamaica, Jamaican folk come from the slave trade. So if you want to make the argument that her father is black because he's from Jamaica, well, he must be from the slave trade, but he is not. And neither is his father. And neither is his father.
But I think you are... Man, where do I begin with this? There's certain Caribbean countries where slavery did not take the grasp that it did in America. One is Haiti.
What?
Yeah, let me tell you. Yeah, and the Oscar goes to. So this is why Haiti the sanctions were imposed against Haiti, because Haiti's export is sugarcane, just like Jamaica. And so the Queen of England, when she found out her ships weren't coming back, the slave catchers went to Jamaica and the Caribbean countries, and their slave ships weren't coming back. They said, well, don't trade nothing with Haiti and all those places down there. And that's why Haiti is the poorest country. And on the same island, on the other side, is the Dominican Republic, which is a rich vacation spot. But you cannot even vacation on the other side, which is Haiti. Why is that?
I'm gonna tell you why.
America has acquired Jamaica as a territory. That is why it's like the way you are. And so in both areas, slavery didn't take the grasp that it did. So when you say he didn't go through the slave trade, that's probably why. I'm trying to
figure out how do you say that the slave trade did not take hold in Jamaica, and then say at the same time it didn't really take hold in Haiti. And you're getting some shit confused. And let me make sure you understand this. I'm about to tell you what you're confused about. I just said it. I'm about to tell you what you're confused about.
You're gonna tell me
Haitians, listen, the Haitians speak French. They were conquered by the French. Listen to what I'm saying. And during the revolution they had in Haiti, when they went against the French, this had nothing to do with the Queen of England.
No, let me.
You got it confused.
No, I don't. What? Listen, when I'm telling you that you're right about the French, but there were French slave catchers as well. But I gave you the instance about. Do you think the Queen of England didn't go to Haiti too? You don't think they can? And when they came there, those guys killed those guys and put their heads on sticks. So you don't tell me that didn't happen? And then when the Queen of England saw her ships weren't coming back, she was like, "We don't want any sugar cane from anybody." And none of my
the slave trade didn't take hold then, huh?
I didn't say it didn't. I said it didn't do it like America.
They were enslaved to the hold on. They were enslaved into the 1800s, just like we were here in America. What are you talking about,
sir? We have a difference.
The first place they got off them boats was on those islands.
Oh, it wasn't the first.
The first place they got off on was those islands.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong, sir.
How they did it, where they dropped us off in different areas. When they took the boat, they dropped us off in different areas.
No, but okay, so all that predated 1619.
They dropped us off in Haitian.
The slave trade started in the 1400s.
Okay, all right, cool. We disagree.
They dropped us off.
All right, so I want to make sure Andrews, Art and Danny are as bad as those two black restrictions on voting, as old as black restrictions on voting. She has to qualify her lineage to be able to run, and a racist man with hatred through his family lines has no problems.
Ain't nobody said that.
Well, that's how y'all come off, though.
Exactly. Bullshit. Ain't nobody. You're not listening. That's all that means. You're not listening to the conversation.
We're listening. We're listening.
We're debating. What we were debating. We were debating whether or not she was one of us. That had nothing to do with whether or not she qualified. We did not debate those at the same time.
She's not one of us.
No, I said we need to stop riding her like she's something special because we think she's one of us. She is not one of us.
Hey, do you think she qualified?
Hell no.
She qualified.
She's not qualified. Just like
Trump qualified.
Just like Obama wasn't qualified.
Why Trump qualified?
Because he's been a president already.
Huh?
He made his bones already.
Okay.
He's a former president.
Let's do this. We gotta come. We didn't come to the end of another show, and I know
we just getting revved up.
Well, hey, I'm sorry that I gave us another whole 15 minutes. Well, so we gotta do our round robin. First, I want to thank Brother Danny for coming on the show, brother. I appreciate you, man. You know, ain't got nothing to do with our friendship. You wrong. You've been wrong before.
So, brother, number one.
Hey,
but come on, man. Let me wrap the show. I'm giving everybody, their 1 minute to get their synopsis. And tell me what you think. Danny, what you got?
What I got is this right here. If you continue to go for the same thing that you always got, you're going to continue to get to what you've always been through, which is nothing. The Democrats have never given you anything since the Civil Rights Act in 1967. This is 2024. You got nothing then all the way to now. You're not going to get nothing. Donald Trump was absolutely right when he said that what the hell do you got to lose? Your schools is crumbling. Your unemployment is high. Prices is out your rear end. What do you have to lose? Let me tell you something. I'm going to close it right here. In 1854, the black man created the Republican Party to help Lincoln get into office out of Tennessee. 150 out of Tennessee they started, but the whole Republican Party started right here in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Michigan, right here to help Lincoln get in office. I'm not trading my forefathers, but if you continue to do that, that's on you. I'm not a traitor. I'm rolling with them all the way to the end.
Okay.
All the way to the end. So now, if you want to flip-flop, remember, your forefathers ran from the South to get away from this shit. And where we at? You get all the way up north to freedom. Understand, you don't want no handouts. You want to do for self. See, one thing that you never realize is this right here. We done did it Martin Luther King's way. How about if we try Elijah Muhammad's way? Malcolm X, and let's just fucking separate. How about if we just say, give us a state, give us Atlanta, Atlanta, the whole state of Atlanta is only occupied by 10% of people. Give us Atlanta and let us and bring us all, give me all my brothers out of prison and let us govern ourselves. You're scared of that because you know what you want to do? You want to run up under the dress of this, I don't want to call it this.
You want to run up under the dress of the whore of Babylon.
You want to run up under the dress. You want to run up under the dress of this woman.
Appreciate you.
You want to run up under this dress of this woman.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Oh, man. You know what?
You only had a minute. You only had a minute. Art, what you got?
All I got to say is this. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't care. What's going to be is going to be. The plan for us, no matter who's in office, is already set. They already hate us. They know we God's people. They know they can't let us rise. So anything that they can do to keep us where we're at, that's what they're going to do. Because they know once we figure out what's going on and who we really are and what we're supposed to be doing, they know that their reign is going to come to an end. So I look at this like this. Who gives to? Who gives to? They're going to do what they're going to do, and I'm going to stay over here where I'm at, and I'm going to come down to your house, talk to you, and I'm going to come back and join talk to Kelly, and lay down and go to sleep.
That's my dude, man. Art, you my dude, man. Joe, what you got?
We're going to lose our life. That's what we got to lose. We'll lose our life, our freedom as a citizen, take everything away. And if these two cats want to roll with that, I don't know. It's
Joe,
bad.
you so sensitive.
I'm not.
They gonna take our life away.
Hold on.
They gonna take our guns.
They gonna kill us.
You got a lot to lose. Lose your freedom as a citizen. That's what you're gonna lose. Hey, 24.
Okay, so the final word is from me. Listen. I want you to vote your conscience. If your conscience is with Kamala, vote for Kamala. If your conscience is with Trump, vote for Trump. But Trump has laid down so many things that I hate: racism, sexism, rape, unfair business practices. All of that stuff is not who I want to see in a president. That's not who I'm trying to back. You know, and at the beginning of the show, I laid my case out why I would never vote for him. I mean, if he tripped on the street, I would help him up, but that's about it. So I mean, my humanity would do that. But voting for him so he can have power? No, I'm not doing that. So I can't in good faith vote for somebody who his agenda is to 2025. You know that. You know that everything that he got money, he has he's famous. The only thing he ain't got is power, and that's what he wants. So I can't in good faith do that. So I'm not voting for him. And that's my take on it. Again, I want to thank Brother Danny for being semi-sober enough to do my show. And my dude, man, Danny, you my man, 10 grand. Of course, Art, man, we go way back like Cadillac seats. You gonna always be my dude, even when we disagree. And Joe, Silky Joe is always, that brother always makes sense. He always good with his comments. He always on time, and people want to see more of Joe on the show.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
They don't add up.
Because next time I'm gonna come with some more facts. I'm gonna write down some stuff for y'all.
Them ain't no facts, man.
Write down some shit.
The facts are. I think
truth.
this right here at closing though. You being a Benedict Arnold. See, your forefathers created. Your forefathers created.
This is the end of the show, sir. We're at the end of the show. Sorry.
Hey, listen, Aaron, I'm coming with the facts every time.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, man. I was glad to see you show up.
I'm gonna have some more stuff.
Hey, can I just say that at closing? When Donald Trump win, please invite me, please.
To come back on the show.
He's gonna win by a landslide.
That's a bet. If he win,
I run the show?
If he win, you coming back. Okay, let's just say when he lose, you coming back, because I got a whole lot to say after
he lose. If he lose, if I come back on here, I'm already be drunk.
We out.